Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had everybody from CCI to Tehachapi smash the subscribe button, go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all the members of our new website. Thank you. You're the heartbeat of this channel and the only thing keeping this going. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out at the end. And if you haven't already signed up, make sure you hit the link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. Motherfucking episode right here, man. Again, I can only help you guys if you help me. You guys helped me yesterday. So, what's been brought to my attention is the latest radical, extreme practice that is being done specifically at Tehachapi prison. But from what I gather, it's happening at other prisons too. All right. We need to take a trip down memory lane first to give you the backstory to let you know how serious this new practice is. All right. I started the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation in the year 2006. I touched down at Centinela State Prison, home of the level 4 GP killers, Charlie Yard. In 2007, actually I did touch down on Charlie Yard in the gym, which was level 3. Anyways, back then, while CDCR was not a perfect system, right? At the time, you had heavy hitters in the SHU, Pelican Bay, Corcoran, Tehachapi. The policies that were enacted on the facilities, the yards, were effective. They were absolutely effective and they made sense. All right. Let me give you a handful of examples. If an inmate got caught in possession of a weapon, an inmate manufactured a weapon, a shank, that inmate and or his cellmate, depending on where the weapon was found, were going to get put in handcuffs, stripped out. Their property was going to get rolled up. They were going to get escorted to ADSEG, the Administrative Segregation Unit. They were going to serve a determinate SHU. I can't remember how long it was. 13-month SHU for a possession of a weapon, give or take. I can't remember. Meaning you were going to sit in timeout in the hole for being in possession of a weapon. I mean, that fucking makes sense. You're caught with a knife. Let me break it down to you what knives in prison do. Okay, they cause death. The Grinch murder. Those were 2 knives being used. Officer getting stabbed, counselor getting stabbed, Mule Creek in the rotunda. That's a knife, right? That's what knives do. They inflict damage, up to and including death. But even scarier, back then, if an inmate battered or assaulted a cop. Battery, the terminology battery means makes contact with a cop, either touches a cop, batters them, or assault means he swings but he misses. That's an assault. The inmate was going to get put in handcuffs. He's probably going to get dumped on his face. Going to get put in handcuffs. Property was going to get inventoried in bags. 1083 property form, 7219 medical evaluation. Then he was going to go sit in the hole for whatever determinate SHU time that was. Battery on a peace officer. All right, that's the backstory 3 minutes in. Yeah, Hector, that makes fucking sense. Well, what are some of the pros of that? Well, you slow down the level of violence. You're never going to stop violence in prison. You slow it down. You send a message to other inmates, right? Hey, there's consequences for your actions. These are the results. You possibly impact the inmate's own political business. Maybe they're selling dope on the yard, I don't know, doing their own hustle, and now it's impacted it, right? So there's a lot of consequences for sending a dude to the hole. You're losing numbers. If you're a whatever part of gang or whatever, you now have one of those less gang members on your side. There's so much beautiful things that go into removing somebody from the yard and putting them in the hole for possession of a weapon and battery on a cop, peace officer. Well, fast forward to fucking 2025. This has already been happening before 2025. I kept telling you guys they don't send dudes to the hole anymore. RHU. Well, what was known as ADSEG, Administrative Segregation Unit, has now been recoined RHU, Restrictive Housing Unit. Same bullshit. Back when I was employed in 2020, 2021, the rumors were, right, because rumors come down. Headquarters doesn't want any more inmates in ADSEG. They want the numbers to look low. Okay. Headquarters doesn't want any more inmates in ADSEG. They want the numbers to look low. So what do? Inmates are going to be inmates. Inmates are going to do drugs. They're going to jack off. They're going to stab. They're going to fucking try to escape. Actually escape. Inmates are going to be inmates. But headquarters doesn't want the numbers in ADSEG. So what do? You start doing some Mickey Mouse illegal bullshit. Lancaster State Prison. Heard the warden just got walked off. Inmate Peppers and inmate Shaw. One of those fucking dudes, the suspect, got caught with a knife a couple days before he murdered the inmate. Had they put the dude in the hole and kept him in the hole, he wouldn't have been able to murder anybody. You guys see? You guys all tracking? I kind of feel dumb that I have to explain it this way, or maybe that you guys don't give a fuck. But I give a fuck, and I'm going to give a fuck until I turn 50 years old, because I made an obligation to myself. Hector, you're going to quit, and you're going to do the department on your terms, speaking the truth. I'm cool with it. Tehachapi Prison on Sunday, you had a inmate batter a cop, a CO. And instead of sending them to ADSEG like they're supposed to, do you guys want to know what they did? You're never going to believe it. They CTQ'd the inmate in his same assigned housing that the fucking cop works in. Maybe you did time in the 80s and 90s. And you're probably thinking, what the hell? There's no way, Hector. I need you to understand how severe CDCR has turned. I mean, there's fucking 91 murders. This didn't happen as a result of nothing. You can hit a cop. You get escorted right back to your own cell. Maybe if my dad watches this show, I don't know, he probably gave up on me a long time ago. But Dad, you can hit a cop and go back to the same cell. Oh, by the way, for the record, my dad was a CO in 1993, so this is why I say it like that. Hector, is that why you quit? Yeah, man, I ain't down with any of that. I did not want to punish the inmates. I did not want to hurt the inmates. I did not want to fucking rule with the iron thumb over the inmates. But I did want to abide by policy and procedure. I did want some common sense. I did want some sense of security. I did want some consequences for people's bad actions. So what is the problem with that? Well, number one, it emboldens an inmate to take it up, to elevate it to the next level. Oh shit, I hit a fucking cop. I slapped the shit out of a cop and I just go back to my own cell. Guess what I'm going to do next? What do they do to the fucking cops, the officers? It demoralizes them. It fucking Then they wonder why the workman's comp claims are off the hook, sick calls are off the hook. You fucking idiot, baboso. California model. I don't think the California model went anywhere. They're still practicing it, let me tell you. So that's where we're at in 2025 in the California Department of Corruption and Retaliation. I keep preaching to these youngsters, whether they're listening or not, you have to understand one of you are about to get killed. They are forcing it. At minutes headquarters, and where's your union? Fucking in bed with them. They are forcing this to happen. It's inevitable. With that, this episode was sponsored by the following patron walls. Patronis, love you. Keep pushing forward.